First, you are welcome to Dance Education Concepts. Now, in this video is meant for the GSS3 students who are preparing for our practical. And now, this is their what they call the BCE practical. That is ICT practical. Now, the first thing I want to do, there is a question that what they are asked to do here. Now we have this. The question is like this. This is BCE for GSS3. Now the first thing they're asked to do is to compute this information in what is called in Excel. Now this one, they have the first thing is the ID number, student ID, have name, have months, English, and then this the ID number is 01 to 08. Then we have the names, Adam, Mary, Mercer, John. Then these are the grades, the grade for months, and so forth. So we have done that, we have created that because of our time, limited time we have. So we have done that already. So in our Excel booklet here, so this is what we have done. Adam, Mary, all of them. Remember, they are 8 in number. Now, this is what they call the column, the rows number. These are the row number, row 1, which has the names, that is the headings. Then we have the row 2, have name, we have then these are columns. Column for months, column for name, column for months, English, and dates. But the first thing we are told to do is, let's see the first question. First thing we are told to do. The first thing we are told to do is, that's after the, is that as the scenario, as a students, you need to analyze the end of term. So you have your task. Then the first thing is calculate total in column H, total, all the scores in column H. That's the first thing. Calculate the total in column H. So calculate the total in column H. So we'll go back to our cell sheets. Go back to our Excel sheets. Now, this is our Excel sheet. This is column H. So we'll call this place total. T, capital letter, T-O-T-A-R, total. Now, how do you calculate total? We use the sum formula. Like I said, equals to, put sum, then brackets. So the column where you want the calculator to start from. So the first figure here is saying column what? C2. So we have to calculate from C2, this row, C2 to what? G2. So we have C2 to what? G2. So we have C2 colon G2. Then you press enter. So the total amount for Adomir is what? 438. So we have the total amount 438. Now, what do you do? Instead of writing the same formula for all of them, just come back, click on that, the first one you did. Then at the edge here, you will see a dot. So just drag it down. When you drag it down, that same formula will apply to all of them. So that is it. So we have got the total score for all of them. So we'll call them total. Now let's go back to the next thing, the next question. The next question, BC says, I'm done with the total. That's column H. I'm done with that. It said calculate average. So in column I. So we are going to column I. We're going to calculate the average. These are Excel sheets here. In column I, this column I, we call this one average. So average. Now, this place, we're going to calculate the average for Mary. So remember that we are not going to add this total when we are calculating the average. We're going to calculate the average from C2. So we'll now say equals to, put your equals to sign there, average. Brackets open. We are starting from C2 colon. Just to use capital letter C2 colon. What's the last mark there is G2. G2. Then cover the bracket. So we are saying calculate the average for us. So you press enter. So we have gotten the average. The first person got 87.6. So instead of calculating it differently, do the same thing, drag. Or drag from this corner, drag it down, apply. So we have gotten all the averages, or the averages. Then we are done with that. Let's go back to the next question. In BC something, let's see what they are telling us to do. Number three. Okay, we are now assign grade in a new column. Use a formula to assign grades based on the word score. So we should assign grades. Now, those put a score from 100 to 80 to 100 will have A, excellence. Now, what you will normally do is you will use the if clause. You are going to say if score, that is, you are going to the total score now. So you are going to say if score, that is total score, is equals to 8 or higher, that is greater than, it's equals to 80 or higher, then it should what? Assign excellent. I have already written the what is it called, the formula. Now let me try to look for it. The formula, I've already written that. Now, the formula I wrote, open, call it basic formula. Now, this is the formula. So the formula is saying if I2, what is I2 now? I2, that is the column we are starting from. If I2 is greater than or equals to 80, that is because we are using the I2 row. Remember, we are using the I2 row. Now, we are going to copy this, we're going to copy this code, but just know that it's saying that if I2, that row, is greater or equals to 80, that from 80 upward, you should assign what? Excellence. Listen that. So you should assign excellence. But if is equals to or 17, and the 17, if it's greater than or equals to 17, you should assign B. So this is the formula. Just take note of the formula. Then we want to copy the formula here, Ctrl C. And then we'll go back to our what is it called? going back to our Excel, want to use the formula. Now we have come, we are looking at, we are saying I. So we are saying if I is greater than what? 8. Remember, we are not using this one. So is this one the average that we are going to use to calculate the grades? So what you do now, you put your stuff here because you are going to calculate for this. So you are going to say if this row, if this row is greater, that is, if like this one is going to be, the first one is going to be excellent because it's already greater than 8. So we are going to have this 84 is going to be excellence. This 82 is going to be excellence. 87 is going to be excellence. So we are going to have up to 4 excellent. Now, this is what they call the formula bar. Formula bar, you see it here? The formula bar. So we are going to paste that formula there, Control V, the formula we have written. So we are going to paste it in that place. Control Z. Remember that we are going to place the formula here, not there. So Control what? V. So we'll place formula in that place. We enter. Edit. So enter, discover that what? Has already gotten excellence. So number 1 is excellence based on our formula. We want to expand this thing, to expand it here, to expand that column. So you can apply the rules to all of them. Just drag, so we've done before. Or you drag down. So we have gotten what? So number 2 is C, number 3 is A, and number 4 is D. So this is what we have applied that formula. Now let's go to the next thing. The next BCE question, let's see what they're asking us to do. We have done with that. Say determine the position. So how do we determine position? So you are going to say, also use a formula. And then that formula will tell you that if it said determine the position in the new column K, we are going to use column K, use the rank function to what? Determine the position. Look, I've already written the function here. So we're going to look at the rank function. We're going to use the rank function to determine the position. So I'm going to open the file I call the rank. I've already saved its function to calculate what? Rank. Now this is the rank. Remember we are using H, so we should use column H. So we are saying equals to rank H2. That means we are using H2. Then we are saying $ H2 colon what? H9. So we are using from H2 to H9. Remember now it's going to be in columns. Before we are using rows, but this one is going to be columns. So it's going to be from ascending. The first person will be what? The highest number will be the first position. So we'll copy that Control C. But just take note of the formula that we use. That's what matters. Then go back to our Excel. Now in this Excel, we're now going to, now remember we didn't write grade here. Yeah? Let's put grade there. Grades. That's for column for grade. Then for K, we're going to do position. So we are calculating for what? Position. So the position 1, remember that we are using what? This, we are now using rows. Or you are using totals. We are using what? We are now using column. All this while we have been using rows. But now we are going to use column. We are going to say the biggest number in this row should be what? First. Just like that. So come to this place, place the formula. Let's say Control V. Just click enter. So it's saying that this first person got second, 87 got second. And that is true because we have 87.8 here. So this one is meant to be the first. So this one is second. So the first person is what? Second. So we click on that rule again so that we apply the same. So just drag it down. We'll get all the positions. See? So the number first is what? 87.8. So this one is what? The first position. Now we are done with that. Let's see the next thing we're asked to do. Bece. Now we've looked at the position. Say determine the position. Okay, we have done that. Then create a pie chart. See, we're almost done. The last one is what? Create a pie chart. Create a pie chart. So how do you create a pie chart? Showing the performance distribution and how many students get what. So we are going to use grades. So what to do? Let's go back to our. Remember I said we should use a column. What? Create a pie chart. So it did not ask or tell us the column to use. So we're going to use our sense to do that. So what we do, we go back to our Excel. Let me share the screen. Now this is Excel. Now let's come to this position N. Let's call this one grades. Let's call that grades. Then let's call O counts. Let's call what counts. Now what we are going to do, this place, you are going to call this one A, which is what? Excellence. Excellence. So we're going to expand it so that you put your this in here and expand. So we're going to try to expand it so that I can take the word excellent. So A is going to be excellence. So B is going to be called very good. That is the name. Then C, I think is good. Is good. C is what? Good. Then D going to be pass. Then E will be fail. So what they are saying that we can easily say, okay, how many people got excellence? How many people got excellent? Have excellent 1, excellent 2, excellent 3, excellent 4. We just write 4 here. We can do it with our hands. But assuming it's a very large data set, what are you going to do? You're going to be counting. So you go just use what? The formula. Now let's go to the count formula I created. Let's see how that will help us. There is a formula I created, which is called counts, call it count formula. Now, what this formula is saying that it's equals to count if now we are using the J2. We are starting from J2 to what? J9. So you have $J, $2, which is J2 as colon cell J2 up to J9. So we say counts how many excellent are there. So we count it and then give us the figure. Now let's copy, Control C. Let's go back to our Excel. Come back to our Excel. Now what we're saying that in this place now we use that what? That's a formula. So we click on these points, then we click on the formula bar, paste that formula onto V, then you type what? Enter. So you see, giving us the counts. So it's saying that we have 4 excellent. And if you look at it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually have what 4 excellence. But we cannot begin to write all the formula for all of them because normally we're supposed to be writing the formula for each. Going to turn the formula instead of excellent, we now look at very good, help us to count very good, help us to count good, help us to count pass, but we can count it ourselves just because it's limited number. So B, we are going to see B. How many B do we have? We have only one. So you type 1, enter. Then how many C do we have? We have 1, 1 C. So type 1. Then how many D do we have? Well, 1, 2. So we have 2 Ds. So put D. So then how many E do we have? We don't have E. So put what? 0. So this is the count. So we have 4, 1, 1, 2, what? 0. So now the last thing they ask us to do is to create a pie chart. Let's see that. So we should create a pie chart. It said create a pie chart showing the what? Performance distribution. So we are going to use create a pie chart. Now the last thing is save. Save your workbook as what? Exam analysis, exam underscore analysis underscore your name. So exam underscore analysis underscore your name dot XL. So this is the what they call Excel what is it called? Extension. It's XLXX. So that is going to be the last thing because I'm not going to come back here. So exam underscore analysis underscore your name. So but let's go to pie chart. So we should what? Create a pie chart. So what we do, we go back to our Excel. Now this is our Excel. Now what they're saying is to use these figures, this count to create what? A pie chart. So what you just do, you just select everything. Then you come to this place, see inserts, click on inserts. Then you will see pie charts. So this is pie charts. So you can just click on it or you select maybe the one you like. You have different type of pie charts. So let's just use the first one. If I click on it, so we have the pie charts. So what it's telling us is that this one, we have 50%. Which one is this? Count 1 have 50%. So this one is the excellence. So we have about 4 excellent. That is almost 50% because the total is 8. There are total 8 students. So we have 4, then have excellent. That means 50%. So the half of the cycle is what? Is 8. So we have 50%. Then this one have 25%. That is the 4. That is the pass. The pass is 25%. And then we have the other one. So this is what? The pie chart. Now, this is what they ask us to do. Now, what you do, if you want to save, you click on this icon, office icon, click on it, and click on Save As. So wherever you want to save it, determine that one by yourself. Assuming I'm saving it in documents, but what they are saying is that you should save it on what? Exam underscore analysis underscore Daniel search Excel what? EX X. So the Excel EERs, whatever it is. But that is how to save it. You have the what? Excel what's it called? So you click on save. Once you've done that, click on save. So that is it. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, this is Dance Education Concepts. We are into ICT and the training. You can reach us. God bless you. Thank you.